If you look at the debates when this provision was being considered and as it was being adopted, people were very, very concerned about the destabilizing effect that it would have on our democracy if we allowed individuals who had taken oaths of office and violated them in the most serious way, which is engaging in insurrection, to ever hold office again.
I can consult now with a lawyer. Praveen Fernandez is on the line, Vice President of the Constitutional Accountability Center, a former advisor to the General Counsel under the Obama administration. Welcome to you, Praveen.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Good to have you, Praveen. Just picking up on that last point then, is there anything in your view inevitable about the Supreme Court's verdict on this? They are conservative dominated. There were 3 Trump appointees on the bench. Does that leave it wide open, or does it prejudge the outcome?
A number of the justices on the Supreme Court have professed to be originalists, meaning according to their methodology, they are guided by the text and then the enactment history of the provisions. So what the sort of contemporary documents were at the time, the legislative history, the debates that flesh out what the meaning would be of these provisions. And if these justices are faithful to that methodology, then I think this is a straightforward matter. The result should be straightforward. As David said, the text of the constitutional provision at issue, Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, is remarkably clear. The enactment history is remarkably clear about what it was that they were concerned about. Individuals who had violated their oaths of office and who the framers felt should not and could not be trusted to ever serve in office again, either on the state or federal level. So, these are quite clear. Another thing I would add is Justice Gorsuch, who is on the court right now, he actually was involved in one of these decisions that's remarkably similar when he was then a 10th Circuit judge. It was a Colorado decision that had to do with someone who was trying to run for presidential office, but had not been born in the United States. And what then Judge Gorsuch said in this 10th Circuit opinion was that, no, states actually do have a right and privilege to keep off the ballot those who are constitutionally ineligible to serve.
Yes.
So in that case, Judge Gorsuch, who is now Justice Gorsuch, defended the right of states to keep off the ballot those individuals who are constitutionally ineligible to serve. I think that's instructive here.
Yeah, look, I'm not a lawyer, Praveen, of any description whatsoever. I'm a legal ignoramus, but it does seem to me pretty self-evident that this bit of your Constitution clearly would apply to a former president. I mean, the Colorado justices argued that this bit of the Constitution would bar anyone holding an official position in the states. It would ban any elected congressman, anyone on Capitol Hill. The idea that it would exclude, it would not cover the most powerful elected person in the land, would just be surely perverse.
I agree. I mean, if you look at the debates when this provision was being considered and as it was being adopted, people were very, very concerned about the destabilizing effect that it would have on our democracy if we allowed individuals who had taken oaths of office and violated them in the most serious way, which is engaging in insurrection, to ever hold office again. And if the framers of the 14th Amendment were concerned about insurrectionists, postmasters, and insurrectionists, lower level officers, it's inconceivable that they wouldn't have been concerned with one of the most important and powerful offices in the land.
Right.
I mean, that has the most destabilizing effect on our democracy.
So if you want to see action against Donald Trump, you could argue, you get an argument, but you could argue the law is clear. You could say principles of justice are perfectly clear, but then there's the law and there's justice, and then there's political reality, because the political reality of all this means the finding of the Colorado coup will just deepen the loyalty of the Trump loyalists, the MAGA group, behind their man. That will happen inevitably as night follows day.
Perhaps, we'll see, but it's important to underscore that the voter plaintiffs in this case, the Colorado individuals who brought this case, were Republicans and independents. So I think these individuals, I can't speak for all individuals, but these individuals said that they had a vested interest in not wasting their vote for someone who is constitutionally ineligible to serve. And so, arguably, people across the ideological spectrum are served by not voting or casting their votes for individuals who wouldn't be able to hold office.
Yeah, I mean, again, I watch American politics from afar, but from everything I've seen, when I say the MAGA caucus, you know what I mean, I know what you mean, everyone knows what we mean. We mean the people who are sworn loyalty to Donald Trump, who wear red baseball caps, who turn up at those rallies, rally after rally. Nothing is going to shift their loyalty. And that still makes up a substantial body of the American electorate. Maybe not an actual majority, but something not far off it.
Yeah, I think that the judges and if this goes before the Supreme Court, obviously the justices will have to then remember their oaths of office, that they took an oath of office too to be guided by the law, to support the Constitution. And so while these other political considerations that you said might be true in the sort of body politic and for elected politicians, for judges and justices, they are supposed to be governed by only really two things, which is the facts and the law.
All right. It's really good to get your take. Thank you for joining us, Praveen Fernandez, who's Vice President of the Constitution Accountability Center, a former advisor under the Obama administration.